The Penki lion pride lives in the eastern Luangwa Valley, led by 3 strong male lions. With their vast territory, their future seemed bright. But recently, an uneasy atmosphere has surrounded the pride. The new members of the pride, most did not survive the test of survival. Only a pair of twins survived. Thanks to the collective efforts of the family, Milo and Bobby, who carry the pride's future, can live carefree every day. The well-fed cubs begin to play. Meanwhile, the male lions are patrolling, because that elusive enemy is nearby. Killing weak cubs is an easy task for them. As natural enemies, leopards and lions, whenever they have the chance, they will kill each other's cubs. If the cubs survive to adulthood, they will become a threat. The seemingly lazy male lions patrol the territory every day, creating a safe environment for the cubs to grow. At sunset, the pride must go out hunting again. Milo and Bobby need to eat quickly. In Mopani Ridge, the hunt might last all night. Milo and Bobby will be left at home, as the pride feels it is safer than the plains. When night falls, the siblings instinctively walk into the bushes, hoping their family will return soon. The Luangwa sky remains as beautiful as ever, but tonight is destined to be an eventful night. In the lion's eyes, the antelope herds on the plains are like a feast laid out on the table. They have already chosen their target. After assigning tasks, they begin to act. Mopani successfully bypassed the antelope sentries, gradually approaching the target. The startled antelopes begin to flee in panic. The plan was going smoothly. But the prey ultimately used the complex terrain to defeat the hunter. Another lioness comforts the disappointed Mopani. They can go hunt for bigger prey. After all, the Luangwa River in dry season never lacks buffaloes. When the pride returns home, the sun has already risen. I am afraid when she first calls out, telling the cubs hiding in the grass to come out. But there was no response. The anxious Mopani starts searching for the cubs nearby. Wild dogs have been spotted in the area. This is not a good sign. After searching, Mopani finally returns to the pride, but only Milo is with her. The wild dogs took Poppy's life last night. The lucky survivor Milo lost her sister and playmate, now becomes the pride's only surviving cub. But this is not necessarily a good thing. For the lioness, raising one or several cubs requires the same effort. Therefore, lionesses usually breed simultaneously. This means mothers can help each other share the responsibility of raising cubs. Unfortunately, without help from other mothers, most single cubs like Milo won't survive to adulthood. Timely abandonment can reduce survival pressure on the pride. In just a few hours, the pride's attitude towards Milo changed. The young lionesses began to bully Milo. Milo's life was completely turned upside down. Once harmonious family members now became terrifyingly different. Even his mother began to grow distant. In the days that followed, Milo was harassed daily by the young lionesses. He sought help from his mother, but if Mopani intervened forcefully, it would mean a breakdown in relations with the young lionesses. As time passed, his patience gradually wore thin. Milo sneaked away, hiding in thorny bushes to avoid his dangerous family members. Since birth, this was his first time feeling lonely and helpless. For male lions, they do not care which pride they form a family with. They only care about how many hairs they can leave behind in that family. A cub whose survival to adulthood is uncertain is not worth spending time on. They decided to look for a new pride across the river, to start a family, to ensure their genes continue. With the departure of the 3 male lions, Milo lost his father, and the pride lost its protectors. The lionesses without male lions are under unprecedented pressure. Besides guarding their territory, they must also feed 6 young lionesses without hunting experience, and 1 cub. The dry season should have been the lions' harvest season. The Luangwa riverbanks in their territory was a major hunting ground. But they lacked key force in subduing these giant beasts. The lionesses with only speed and agility cannot take down a buffalo. In most cases, male lions do not participate in hunting unless there is prey that requires their involvement. Strong male lions can subdue buffaloes, creating opportunities for lionesses to finish off the prey. But the starving lionesses still decided to challenge Aka's most dangerous and fiercest herbivore. Milo does not know yet that his family is about to engage in an extremely dangerous hunt. The lions encourage each other before setting out, and Milo is once again arranged to hide alone in the bushes. As darkness approaches, the hunting party sets out. After being driven away, a buffalo is separated from the herd. Unfortunately, it is a young and strong bull. His horns and strength can inflict lethal damage to the lions. The lionesses, lacking strength, can only surround it, slowly wearing down its stamina. The fierce battle continues into the night. The escaping buffalo is forced into a safe swamp, creating a standoff with the lions. At dawn, Milo still stays alone in the bushes. The pride needs to hunt all night, even if he dislikes staying alone. He must get used to it. Due to the lack of playmates his age, he is missing an important part of growing up. Lions need playmates for interactive games, to train their hunting skills. And Milo's only play object is a stick. But he does not even know how to fight back, making Milo quickly lose interest. Stay away from trouble. Staying alert is something Milo must learn. In the distance, a pair of malicious eyes are watching him. The leopard is preparing to attack Milo. Moment. Fortunately, the unsuccessful hunting pride just returned home. Although Milo escaped the leopard's ambush, but the pressure to survive made Mopani lose her last patience with him. In the Luangwa Valley, where it has not rained for a long time, the sky suddenly began to change. This is the signal of the dry season's end. The rain that brings joy to most animals makes the pride situation more dire. Now there is water and new sprouts everywhere. Their prey is no longer concentrated along the riverbank. making it harder for the pride to find food. Mopani, who has not eaten for several days. Her milk is also running out. For the pride to break this deadlock, they need to find the male lions. They decide to leave their safe territory, cross the river to search for the male lions. Fortunately, just entering the rainy season, the river is still shallow. But the Nile crocodiles lurking in the river are the biggest danger. Having just ended hibernation, they are now starving, still not satisfied after eating a hippopotamus. The pride must cross the river for any hope of survival. No matter how dangerous the path ahead. The crocodiles notice the movement, while Milo is left behind. The focused pride hopes to leave this place quickly, because many pairs of eyes discovered them. Milo saw such deep water for the first time. He did not know what to do. But Mopani seemed determined as well. Perhaps today is the day Milo says goodbye to his family. Mopani looked at her son on the other shore, ready to leave. Brave Milo ran towards his last chance. But he was still just a cub. Stopping now would be the worst decision. Her son's action stunned Mopani. The water was getting deeper. The crocodiles were getting closer. He fearfully backed away. Seeing the approaching crocodiles, Mopani guided her son to keep moving forward. To cross deep water, you must learn to swim. The crocodiles prepared to take their tasty snack. But the angry mother refused. The cub in danger triggered her maternal instincts. The relationship between mother and son began to change subtly. But the huge bank for Milo was an insurmountable obstacle. He was left behind again. But this time Mopani did not forget him. She gently picked Milo up in her mouth and carried him to safety. After ensuring her son was safe, Mopani immediately began feeding him to comfort her frightened son. And her change towards the cub affected the entire pride, making them care again for this brave cub. The young lions also stopped bullying him. The bond united this family once again. Mopani began calling for the male lion, while the exhausted Milo gradually fell asleep. He hoped to see his father again when he wakes up. The night passed, without receiving any response from the male lion. The pride was preparing to return home, but suddenly a familiar voice was heard. The mother's dangerous move of entering another pride's territory made the cold-hearted male lions change. They finally made their decision. The reunited family crossed the river back to their territory. The returned male lion provided the cubs with a good environment to grow up in and helped the pride survive the crisis. Brave little Milo has a bright future ahead because he has a united family behind him.